Hey guys, what's up? Skahan here, and I'm bringing you a little tutorial about light tanks and a little gem of a game that I personally love, and I see a lot of it on YouTube, and I just wanted to throw my own 2 cents into the matter of War Thunder, specifically the tanks in War Thunder. Now, over the recent probably month and a half of me playing, I've seen a lot of newer players, a lot of people who just jump in and say, what do I do? Just got the game, or I just switched over from planes and I don't really know what to do. Or veterans who have played the game for a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, and still can't really understand why this tank isn't working, or why certain tanks work for you and certain tanks don't. And it's all on your play style. Do not let me or anybody else change your play style. You have a certain way that you guys like to play that way. Don't stop. Just do it. Just play your own game. I'm here to tell you the strengths and weaknesses that I've found in these tanks, specifically the American and the German. I don't really play Russians, and they don't have British or Japanese out yet. So all those guys that love the Russian tanks, yeah, get to it later whenever I actually get into it. But mainly the Germans and the Americans are pretty much the most ones that I've seen so far. A lot of Russians that I've seen are more in tier 2s and tier 3s, but tier 1s I've seen more American and German. So let's just dive right in. First of all, light tanks. Light tanks has the word light, which means they are light. They are not heavy tanks, they're not medium tanks, they're light tanks. So if you're taking this Stuart right here and going balls to the wall, straight into battle, you stop on top of a perched hill, or a hill, you perch up and you just start firing, and you get taken out one hit, yeah, you deserve it. You're not doing what this tank is designed for. Now, I can go into a bunch of history about, what these tanks did, and historically speaking, and blah 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 blah. I'm not going to do a history channel review or history review on this. This tank is the best whenever you are hauling ass in it. When you are balls to the wall, metal all the way down, foot gear through the floorboard into the ground, 5 foot down. You're pushing this tank as fast as you can go. Why? Number one, it's good on flanks. So if you're trying to really help your team and be a team player, take this little guy and head right or left and hit the flank as hard as you can and blow through it. Because I'll tell you right now, there's been several times that I've used just speed alone. I never got a kill. I never even got a hit. But more tanks have died trying to shoot at me because I'm so fast that they don't notice the bigger tanks, the medium and the heavier tanks, coming over the hill and shooting into them. So by the time that their turret tries to turn back and engage the guys that are actually shooting at them, it's already too late. They've already got 1 or 2 crew knocked out, engines knocked out, turret drives knocked out, something's knocked out. Unless the guy's completely bad at the game, which, sometimes you get lucky. But speed is this thing's survivability. It's low to the ground. It's not tall at all. I mean, it is tall, but it's not. If you really think about it, really look at it, its maximum speed is 50, which, if you think about that, is ridiculous. Reloading speed, you can fire every 3 seconds. That's ridiculous. That's just insane. How that reload is, and that's what makes it so good. The turret is so quick to traverse left and right, or circular. The machine gun can do a lot of damage, and that you can put rounds consistently, boom, 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 into a target, and one round is all it takes to hit one vital organ, and that tank's done. Now, hiding these in defilade, you're best to use these as just balls to the wall. Normally whenever I play these, I don't stop. I learn to drift them, and you can drift them. So all you rookies out there, drift these things and learn how to drift them. So if you're going around a 90-degree turn, or even steeper than that, you can drift around that curve and get behind something before somebody can ever traverse. You'd be surprised at the amount of times I've actually did circles around people and literally drifted my tank around people while firing and hitting them, and their turret's just sitting there, just it's not fast enough, and then they'll try to get smart and swing the turret the other way, but you're moving so fast that they have a split second to fire, and if they miss, then they miss, and you still keep firing. I've got in and out of kill zones and death zones, and been up against tanks that are way bigger than me, but still destroyed them miraculously, because I can fire so many rounds, and 37mm can go through a lot, especially if you're at a close range, because it's literally the law of averages. If I fire 80 rounds and then my tank dies, but I put 40 in you and 20 of them penetrated, 20 rounds in a tank, I'm bound to hit something. If anything, I just disabled your gunners, I messed up something inside of it, and I probably blew up your engine. Because the engine, believe it or not, is probably the biggest thing that I have ever seen in an object. And it is my biggest problem. I've literally, on this particular tank, I've had a round go straight through here. Straight through, miss all my guys, didn't fragment, go right through my engine, knock it out. That's your Achilles heel. When this goes out, you're done. You might as well just write it off. Now, if you can repair, but don't give up. Stay in the fight. Stay in the battle. Use everything. Some people just sit there and they use the main cannon. They're like, oh, well, you know, I get hit so much just because they're using the machine guns. You know, if I'm stuck, if my engine's out and I'm not going anywhere and I'm in a fight, I'm gonna throw everything my tank has at you. Machine guns, wrenches, the main cannon. If I got a knife in there, I'll chuck it at you. If I got a hand grenade, I'll shove it in the barrel and blow some coins out the end of it and try to hit you. I'm gonna throw everything I got at you trying to disable you. Now there's some vital parts to a tank that make it so much a pain in the ass is if they get knocked out. Number one, right in here, is what it's called a horizontal turret drive. Every tank that has something of a turret like this, besides this current one and the Stug, which we will get to that here in a little bit, all the others have a horizontal turret drive. If you knock this out, they basically become it stays like that, exactly like that. Wherever the gun is facing, that's where it's going. It's where it stays, unless they repair it. And it takes some time to repair it. Now, a lot of people will just be like, well, I drive a Stug or an M3 Lee and I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, smart ass, I understand. But there's a thing that the M3 Lee and the Stug have, and that's degrees. That barrel can actually move left and right. When this horizontal turret drive goes out, that barrel does not move left or right. Period. It doesn't move an inch. It doesn't move a centimeter. I don't care. You're going to have to move your tank, traverse it left, right, and get it perfect, and it is a pain in the ass at level 1 because your driver literally goes from 0 to nothing, and it's hard to get on target, and whenever you get on target, you don't ever want to deviate. So keep that in mind. So the secret to this, speed, defilade, get on a flank, get up close and personal. The further you are away from a target, even if it is a tiger, they are still going to be able to track you. The closer you are and the faster you are, the more likely it is for you to outrun their turrets, which keeps you alive. And believe it or not, you can sit there and do circles around them and none of your rounds penetrate, and you can literally, if their turret is aimed at the back, go to their front and then take off. Go around defilade, and you just basically whop that guy in the head, didn't do nothing, and you just took off. But in tier 1s, you're never going to go up against like a tiger or anything like that. If you do, I'm sorry. Now, there's a lot of variations. The M3A1, which is basically the same thing, used the same way. It stays low to the ground. You're not a brawler in this. I'm going to pound this in your guys' heads that are watching this. You're not a brawler. Do not go toe to toe, track to track, gun to gun with anybody. You have to use speed, because not everybody is intelligent enough to lead. Sometimes they lead too far, sometimes they lead too less. Sometimes I've literally been hit right here and cannot believe it. Every time I've been hit right here and not hit anything. Or I've been hit here and it do nothing. So that's something to remember, is there's a lot of space in some of these tanks, and it's sometimes you get lucky. Now sometimes you're going to take a direct frontal hit and it's going to fragment and kill all your guys. That's just how it is. But this thing right here is best used at speed. This one right here is a whole different ball game. Notice it sits so much higher, and notice that the turret is actually there's not much vertical ways or vertical height from this point here to the barrel. How this tank is used: get behind something, get behind a wall, get behind a defilade, get behind a road. There are many maps where literally the only thing you can see is this barrel. Now a lot of people go, well, I'll just knock out your tank crewmen or your gunners and be done with it. One gunner. You will kill one gunner. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in this tank, and all I need is 2. To be honest, I need one guy here and one guy here. So I literally have 4 replacements, and I've wrecked in this tank. It's hard to hit. It has a 37 millimeter. It has 4 machine guns, which are actually placed here, and here. And like I said, get it behind defilade or a hill or something and just use the gun. If they knock your crew member out, who cares? They have to knock out your gun to do any sort of damage. If you start taking too much flak, you back up. That's the beautiful thing about this one, is it is so high. So use it. I mean, speed, not a very fast tank. Goes 54. I mean, it goes faster than the Stuart, but it is bigger. See, it's taller. It's so much more taller. So what's going to happen is, since you're so tall, you're going to be more likely to get hit. So you just want to... This one's more of a brawler type. Get behind a hill and sit there and pop people. This next one, the M3 Lee, I absolutely despise this tank. It is a piece of shit, in my opinion. I hate it. And there's multiple reasons why. Number one is it sucks to no ends. Top speed of 40, 39, but we'll round up and say 40. So it's a slow bastard. It's very big, very tall, and very wide. So it is a bullet magnet. It has one piece of sloped plate right here and a minor slope plate, which you might as well not even, because the actual thickness is 50.8 and the effective thickness with the 29% slope is 51. So it's just shit. This one, on the other hand, is more sloped. The sides suck. I hate the sides. There's 0 degree, so anything that is anything is going to go through it. Meteor, spitball, whatever, it's going to go through it. And as you can see, everything is crammed together. You know, you sit there and look at the Stuart and you say, well, that's got less space. Well, it's a smaller tank. You're taking something that size and then looking at it this size. You have a lot of vital ammo. You have your 3 crewmen, which you can only trade out 1, so you can hopefully only get 1 or 2 killed before you become combat ineffective. If you look at the front, if I shoot anywhere in the front, I'm going to hit something. I'm going to hit an engine, I'm going to hit a fuel tank, ammo. If I hit him, the other one's going to die. If I hit the driver, I have a 50-50 shot of hitting the loader or the other loader, or even this gunner. If I hit the gunner, that loader's dead. You know, if I hit the gun, woo! If I miss and I'm short, I knock out the transmission, or I hit ammunition. And, you know, I've had really, really bad problems. The gun, the Top Gun, is a 37mm, just like all the others. It's a beautiful gun, has a traversing machine gun on it, so use that to your advantage as well. But this main cannon and this 37 are not exactly 100% dialed in to each other. So whenever you're shooting at something, your 37 will hit it, but this howitzer actually shoot low. So you have to kind of watch out on that one. Some people are really, really good at this tank. I hate it. I can't wait to get rid of it. But this is another heavy tank, brawler type, high on the turret, use it behind defilade. Now this one, the difference is you can actually park sideways, have your barrel facing forward, and then turn your gun to the left or right and fire. And still, if someone comes in front of you, you can traverse real quick and use your main gun to defend you for you know, at least a round. So anything comes in behind you, you're best off not even trying to turn this big bastard around. Just turn that turret around and just go to work. Now the AAA, this one right here is pretty OP in my opinion. Though all AAA in their own ways are OP. This is 250 caliber machine guns, and you can destroy any light tank that you can. If you can get to the sides or the back of an M3 Lee, you can knock it out. You can definitely knock out a M2 and any other ones. What makes this effective is that it's AAA. It can go look all the way up. You can turn sideways. It's quick. It's a half track. One problem that I do hate, there's only 3 guys. So if 2 of these guys get knocked out, you're done. If the engine gets knocked out, you're done. If the fuel tanks get knocked out, you're done. Or if this gun in any way gets hit with a solid round, you're done. It's going to destroy the guns. There's nothing you can do about it. I've had more problems with this than I have anything else. So that's the Americans with, in kind of a little nutshell. Speed is the Americans, or defilade, hiding. Hide half your tank. Now we're going into my baby, my bread and butter. These are my beauties, and these are tier 2 tanks. So let's switch that up. Tier 1s, here we go, starting right off. First off, this one is a piece of shit. I hate it. I hate this tank. I hate this tank. I really hate it. But it's a decent tank. It does have some penetration, 37mm cannon on the front. No machine guns that you can use. It's relatively quick, 42, not as fast as the Americans, but it does have good traction. I can climb stuff a lot faster with this tank for some reason than I can with any others. This is a brawl tank in its own sense. I use this tank more of in cities and stuff, for the main fact that all my vital engine parts are I can keep behind a building, and normally if I'm going to die, this is where all the business is going to die. I'm not going to get my engine knocked out and be stuck there. So if I'm going to die, I'd rather die. Personally don't like this tank, but it is a good tank. I've had some really, really good fun. 4.2 seconds of reload. It's pretty quick. I've actually got several occasions where I've actually had an enemy tank round go right through my engine. Actually, I believe it went right through here, through a fuel tank, through my engine, knocked me out, and I just sat there and just unloaded as much as I possibly could into the side of him, and finally killed him, and then I died. So maneuverability is shot with this one. You can't really turn left or right real fast on it, but if you're doing like I do and max all of them out, this is probably, and these are all the lower tiered, or the higher tiered tanks. These are all these types. The Panzer III-J. This is my little beastie. It's a brawler, hands down. Use defilade when you can, but if you can't, it really doesn't matter. Just go all out. 50mm cannon, which is bigger than I believe most, except for this is the only one out of tier 1s in the Americans that it doesn't beat, is that 75mm cannon. But like I said, it's fixated in its garbage. This one actually has a turret. It traverses. 7.62 machine gun on it, which is deadly. It's bad to the bone. You can actually knock out tank barrels with it, which normally is my specialty. Has pretty good speed, 53 for being a medium tank. It's a beast. I've had rounds deflect off of stuff that I didn't even know it could deflect off of, and I've killed things relatively quick. Penetrating round that I use is the PZG-40. As you can see the stats, if I'm 10 meters from you, I can penetrate 105 millimeter armor. Just fucking ridiculous. Half a kilometer away is 55, which is more than most of them. Like I went through and looked at the Stuart, it only had 50. So a Stuart, I can get at half a kilometer away, I can go through it. And this thing is bad to the bone. It's Big Brother, or what I consider a Big Brother. Still the same cannon. It's much slower, 10 miles an hour slower, but it's heavier. It's a lot. This one I found is a lot harder to kill. You can destroy a lot of stuff in it, but it's hard to kill this thing. If I go up against it, I have the hardest time in the world to kill it. The weaknesses of the Germans is behind every head there is ammunition, quite literally. There's ammunition all over this thing. So if you're an American or you're another German or Russian, you're trying to figure out how to kill this thing, right through the front. You have about a 50-50 shot of hitting anything vital, and especially hitting this ammunition. These are the Achilles heels of this, is they pack people in. So if you hit right in the middle, you're going to kill the commander, and probably good possibility to knock out the loader or the gunner. Machine gunner and the driver, it's kind of a two-way deal. Ammunition and stuff. Now the Achilles heel to these are its horizontal turret drive, which is to any tank that has a turret drive. So if you're trying to figure out how to disable this big bastard so you can get a little bit closer, hit this thing right here and make it useless. If you really want to screw it up, hit right in the tank area, or the tank barrel area, and knock out its horizontal so that gun barrel drops. That's how I do it, and it's fun. Whenever they can't do anything, it's just hilarious. Just watching them just sit there and squirm while you're about to rape them. But these are the brawler tanks, or what I like to call brawler tanks. Now the Russians, they have a mixture of I'd say a good mixture of the Americans and Germans. Good brawling ability, good sniping ability. Their turret sits up high so they can definitely hide behind. I think they took the Americans and the Germans and made a baby, and they came out Russian. So, yeah, tracks, things like that. I mean, the obvious things. These tanks are my favorite. I'm a brawler type person. It's all about your personality and how you want to be. Now, moving on to the German AAA. This is a bad mother. Instead of a 50 caliber machine gun, it's using a 20mm cannon. That is fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I've wrecked everything from M3 Lees to Panzer IVs to Stugs to anything and everything I could possibly get my hands on. And if I couldn't kill it, I fucked its barrel up to where it couldn't move it, or it couldn't fire at me. This thing is a beast. As you can see, the crew compartment is completely open except for the driver. It's manned by 2 people, 1 driver, so if one of them get knocked out, you're toast. It does have a vertical drive, and it can be knocked out too. So be mindset of that. Max speed 31. It's not very fast, not gonna lie, but it makes up with the gun. This gun is outstanding. I love this gun. I've disabled everything that I could possibly disable on anything I possibly could. Very weak. If a plane comes in and shoots, it can actually kill your driver and your gunner, make combat ineffective. But if you hit a plane with this, he's gonna know about it. So I do recommend this. If you're going down the German tree, Stug and Flak Panzer would be the first two that I unlock. If I'm looking at the Americans, the first two I would unlock is the Stuart and the M2. Not saying that any of them is better than the other, those are just my personal preferences. Now going to my favorite little bad boy, the Stug. This is a monster, 75mm main gun. It is a tank destroyer. It's exactly what it is and what it's supposed to do. It is a beast. It does have one major flaw that I really do not like, but I've learned to counter it through various ways, and that is the crew situated in here. Now those who come up against this thing and go, I can't ever kill it, it kills me, I shoot it everywhere, you're not shooting it in the right spot. Right here. Pop that bastard right there. Put all your round, don't worry about here, don't worry about here, don't worry about anywhere but right here. And it's a small place to hit, because if you hit here it's going to deflect. If you hit here it's not going to do anything. It's going to go into steel and armor and casing for the gun and go to the transmission in the front. But if you do hit here, you're going to kill everybody. This tank is a one shot kill, you can die. I've actually had, and it's hilarious to watch it because you're like, oh, and whenever you do it to somebody, you're like, aha, that guy just got screwed like I did. You know, it goes right through the optic, right through the driver's head, right through the chest of the gunner, right through the head of the commander, and then normally it will skip off the top and go down into the engine and pop both radiators, which that doesn't mean anything because this is the only guy left and you're combat ineffective. One shot, they're dead. But if you get this and you want to learn how to stop that from happening, it sets low to the ground. So those really shallow defilades, get behind them. And it will literally, that ground can come up to about right here where the fender is, and it makes it even harder because if they skip off the ground, they hit the ground, it's a deflection. It slows the round down and it'll actually deflect off, or it'll bounce off. It's not going to hurt you. Using this, it goes a top speed of 43, reload speed 4.3 seconds, so it does fire relatively fast. It does have some pretty nasty rounds. The high grade explosive anti-tank shell heat rounds are ridiculous. 100mm all across the board. Doesn't matter where you are in the field, I'm going to go through it. Tier 1, any tank, I'm going to go through it. You better hope that it has a deflection chance of, it better meet one of those angle of deflection, angle of attack, because it's going to go through it if I hit something solid. So now those are the higher tiers. Those are these. Now let's take a look at some of these. The first one you start out with, which is your reserve. We'll take a look at it here, maybe. This is your reserve tank. I hate this tank, but I love it. This is a light tank, equivalent to the Stuart. It's fast. It actually has an auto cannon on it. Basically, it's not like a traditional cannon like the Stuart is. The cannon fires once. This one has a magazine of about 5 to 6 rounds, maybe more, maybe less, and it just goes boom, 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 boom. Goes 44 slower than the Stuart. But, I mean, it's a 20mm cannon, which is still lower than the Stuart, but you can fire those rounds so much faster. Reload is 7.8 seconds, which is slower than the Stuart. Again, you still have a magazine. It's like a machine gun. Keep an eye, that's something to remember. The very next one you're going to take a look at is the Panzer II F, which is essentially the exact same. Still fast, a little bit faster, I think 1 mile an hour faster, maybe 1 mile an hour slower. Same armament, same deal, just a different tank. Not really going to go back into that one. You come into the let's go into the Panzer III. Panzer III is your first tank that actually has a main gun on it. It has a 37mm cannon. It is a weak beast. And I say that because you can kill things, but as you can see right behind this gunner's head, it's all ammo, baby, and it's death if you get hit anywhere in there. And notice, I hate it. Just looking at it just pisses me off. You know, all this ammo, you get hit from the side. The only way that you're gonna get hit in a penetrating round and not get killed is right through here. But even then, you're still gonna get your commander knocked out, or it's gonna go through the ass of your loader into the crotch of your commander and out the other side. So I don't know which is worse. You know. So I think that about wraps it up for right now. If you're in a light tank, speed, maneuverability, learn the tank's abilities. You're going to know what it can go through and what it can't. So take that. I'm going to tack on the end of this video a little video of me using a light tank. I believe it's the Americans. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys learn something. Hope you guys come back for some more. Punch that subscribe button. Knock out that like button if you like it. If you don't like it, hit the unlike button. I really don't care. Bad publicity is good publicity. It's still publicity, you know. So it doesn't really matter. You can have 1,000 dislikes and people are still gonna watch it. I hope to get you out there on the field. I hope to shoot you guys, and I hope you guys have fun. These tanks are really good, but I hope you guys have fun. Take it easy. Have fun, go forth, and be badasses. Thing. It's an AI.
Is it? Yo, that motherfucker in. One hit. Goodbye.
Yeah, dude. Because you can shoot directly into their spawn.
Not sure. Okay. Hope nobody comes up. Oh shit!
Yep,
Hang on your right. Hang on your right. Yeah. Down, he's down, he's down, he's down, he's down, he's down. Ceasefire. Goddamn. Of course, he's got composite loads on tier 1. He's coming in behind you. I don't know how the fuck he gets composite loads tier 1, but whatever. I'm just gonna blast through from our spawn, and I'm just gonna run right through the middle. I'll get my light on, so. Here I come. Carry on my wayward son. Every peace when you are done. Alright, I'm gonna go. Shit, fuck it, I'm gonna go balls out. Oh, wait, never mind, I got an ounce over here I need to take. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, there's another tank though. Oh, don't turn back to me, motherfucker. Don't turn back to me. Alright, well, I gotta deal with some tanks over here in our spawn right now. Fuck. Oh fuck, I'm in trouble. Yep, I'm dead. I'm gonna die. Oh, no! Track that son of a bitch, track him. Yeah. I didn't die. I lived. Get out of my way, tree. Damn trees. Get the fuck. I'm in the tank. Go down. Jesus. Did you fight over there? Oh, yeah.
I killed him.
Nice. They gotta kill me. Took you a while. You guys must have been in a hell of a fucking fight. M2A4. Wait, how the fuck is there an M2? Oh god. Yeah, fuck you, Mr. Plane. You ain't getting me today. Oh no! Oh shit. Here you go, just come back this way for a second. There you go. A little bit closer. That'll work. And transmission repaired. Know when to take your money, know when to lie. You got to try not to feed them too much. Try not to feed them too much. I love some David Allen Coe, man. Bullshit and pies. Dead. I'm just rolling with the punches now. There's a light tank I can take, I think. Nope. Fuck it. Just looking to the left, and that fucking tank can traverse faster than I can move when I'm moving at 50 kilometers per hour, so I don't know what to do. It doesn't fucking work. I just die instantly. Every time. It's fucking ridiculous. Vegeting it. It's bullshit.
Alright, now stop right there. And I'll keep going forward.
Stop where on the objective?
Alright, looks like we're clear. You just aim that way and I'll just keep scanning. If you see something, you need to fucking bust it out of there.
Alright, we're about to cap it. Zone's cap, let's go.
Alright. Now, you want to have some fun or you just want to wait?
I don't think let's do it.
Alright, let's roll.
You see somebody already?
Taking it to the left.
Fuck, yeah, we're about to all shit on over here.
Go this way.
Yes.
See? Booyah!
Oh shit. Oh! And my suspension's damaged. And my driver's unconscious. So I'm gonna die.
God, I love this fucking game.
Those. And I'm about to fucking get off. Engine's going, I'm gonna die. Yep. This fucking slow rolling down the goddamn hill now. Fucking A. I got a repair in there from the spawn, so I'm probably gonna die here. Got a plane coming in right now. I want to repair. As soon as I repair, I'll probably have some spawn and shoot me. Yep. Oh, don't turn, don't turn.
I just took out that heavy with one shot.
Of course
Victory.
he's gonna turn. Yep, I'm dead.
I'll get on.
And then after I'm pissed off at that, I'm just gonna sit here in the chair and not do anything. I'm just mad as shit. Yay! I can't wait to stop smoking pot again. I make everything so much more interesting. Oh, dude. Oh, man. I don't start off in jail. I was dancing my way. I was dancing and I got kicked out. Ah, it doesn't really matter, because when I stole that car, I didn't have shit on me anyway. Chad.